Hey, what's up, Jeff and YouTuber here? Congratulations, Urinating Tree, on surpassing 100,000 subscribers. I've been subscribed to you for the last 9 months, I believe. Thank you for making fun of my Jets video because I'm a big fat Jet fan. And this season was so disastrous, same as last year. A different quarterback. And for my trivia video, I'm gonna put every single week of fuck you Spanos about it, and including the one that the Los Angeles Chargers beat my Jets Christmas Eve, and it was pretty disastrous. I was about to use my tripod, but not gonna happen. That's all I can say is I'm gonna put up a compilation of Gustin fuck you Spanos in all 70 NFL weeks. You see, I made this trivia for you.
Here we see the Chargers playing second fiddle to a division rival. Again. They seem overmatched against the Broncos today, but this is a different Chargers squad than the one in San Diego. They've scored 14 unanswered points in the fourth quarter. They aren't going to blow this opportunity. Oh, what's this? Another special teams fuck up? My God, it's like they never left San Diego at all. Fuck you, Spanos. It's the long-anticipated opening of the Chargers in LA. Let's see how the locals are But in all seriousness, this is a new Charger team. Antonio Gates just broke the touchdown record for tight ends. Miami pulled a boner and called a timeout to allow the Chargers to kick the game-winning field goal. Last week was a fluke. They are going to send all of these Dolphins fans home empty-handed. On the way. Fuck you, Spanos! Fuck you and your saggy puss-infested ass! In a week full of incredible swerves and twists, there was at least one team that is predictable. The Chargers. A team squatting in a city that doesn't want them playing in a soccer stadium full of Chiefs fans. Phillip Rivers probably has San Diego on his mind already. Good luck winning over Angelinos with a team that handed the Chiefs a victory on a silver platter. This game was the French election. No surprises whatsoever. But it could be worse. The NFL may force them to move back to San Diego. Fuck you, Spanos. Game 3 into the Mengelean experiment in LA leaves the Chargers experiencing the status quo of another painful loss. The team fell apart at the worst possible times to a competent offense and couldn't muster points against a battered and injured defense. Even worse, it's a home game full of Eagles fans. And the FAA allowed critics to fly planes above StubHub Center. And they put in fucking tarp to cover seats in a 30,000-seat stadium. They should start streaming these games on Pornhub, because San Diego is enjoying this a little too much. I should feel bad, but this is called karma. Fuck you, Spanos. So who the hell thought this match would be against winless teams at the start of the year? Whose magic will allow them to fuck up more? The unmitigated disaster of the home gameless Chargers, or a Giants team that doesn't have enough liquor in the world to ail their woes? Let's see who fate decides to take a shit on today. Holy fuck, football gods. I know OBJ pissed you off, but to take out the Giants' entire receiving core? Isn't losing to the Chargers enough suffering? It's been in typical Giants style as of late to rip their fans' hearts out in ridiculous fashion, and this game just upped the goddamn ante tenfold. Fuck you, Spanos. Well, let me get my old checklist out here. Tight game, check. Chargers have the final drive, check. Relying on special teams, check. Well, it's time for another patented Charger choke job. Oh my God, they actually made a field goal at the end of a game. Everything I have known has been a lie. The Chargers didn't kick their 6 fans in the dick again. Fuck you, Spanos. God damn it, Denver, your offense fell to shit again, and the Chargers made you into their bitch. You had no answers for guys like Travis Benjamin. Man, come on. You made all of those Broncos fans at StubHub Center leave empty-handed. Fuck you, Spanos. Oh, so this is a game? Whose misery do I want to laugh at more, the fight for LA or the Patriots in general? Football gods, give us a sign.
Down by 8. Rivers throws it Intercepted.
The football gods have smiled upon the Patriots once again. Narratives can breathe a sigh of relief. Fuck you, Spanos. Off the record, this has honestly been a terrible week of football. Not just on the score sheet, but regarding discipline, the trade fronts, and yet another injury to a marketable player. The NFL can't afford to have weeks like this one, and it just happened again. Fuck you, Spanos. This was one of the most embarrassing football games I have seen in a while. Both teams were desperate to completely piss the game away by any means necessary. Incompetent officiating, incompetent coaching and play calling, total incompetence by Blake Bortles when it mattered. Marquise Lee and AJ Boye decided to be fucking idiots and get taunting penalties. Even Rivers got into the mix with a terrible pick in overtime. And look who Jacksonville's kicker is. The guy the Chargers cut to save a few bucks. It's gonna happen again, isn't it?
Lambo's kick partially deflected and still goes through. Against his former team, the Jaguars beat the Chargers.
Fuck you, Spanos! Fuck you! On. So Buffalo is on an alarming stretch where they were massacred in their last two games. The problem for the Bills is simple: Tyrod Taylor. It's time for the perennial fucking over of Tyrod as he's benched for 5th round pick Nathan Peterman. It may be knee-jerk, you say, but they're playing the Chargers. Easy test for Nathan. He only threw 3 incompletions. 5 of those completions went to the opposition in the first half. Sean McDermott and his brilliant tactic made the league's black sheep look like the '85 Bears. Also doesn't help that the receivers can't fucking catch. That blameless defense was also shredded by LA as well, being completely blown the fuck out yet again and making it quite obvious that their biggest problem was indeed Tyrod Taylor. For those of you keeping track at home, they have now given up 135 points in 3 games, truly going full Pagula. The decision to bench Tyrod was such a brilliant move that they put him back in the game in the second half. Fuck you, Spanos. Road. If the last game was the feast, this game was the food coma. Absolute boredom, making us thankful for yet another blowout where neither team knew what the hell a touchdown was until the 4th quarter. There is one thing that has to be discussed. Dallas is fucking trash. Who knew that Elliott was literally carrying the team to relevance? A team that went 13-3 last year has suddenly lost the ability to move the ball forward and stop a floating napkin. Dak transformed into such an interception-happy captain checkdown that Alex Smith cringes in disgust. But according to Jerry Boy, everything is okay. We all just need to sing Kumbayas and everything is going to be alright, even though they made the Chargers look like the Patriots. Fuck you, Jerry. The prodigal son has returned. Josh Gordon is back in the NFL. Even with a few years of rust, he's still flashing some of that talent he has. Unfortunately, he is on the Browns, and they can have no nice things whatsoever. The magic they had last year did not come to pass, and the Chargers got revenge. I know you may be shocked to hear that the mistake in LA is tied for the AFC West lead with a 6-2 swing, but it comes with a massive asterisk. They've had an absolutely pathetic schedule, and the 2 losses have come against quality opponents. They've lucked out by playing Dallas without Zeke and the Bills in one of the biggest coaching blunders of the year. They have a few nice pieces, and they may sneak into the postseason by reason of the AFC being pure shit, but I'm not all that impressed. Fuck you, Spanos. This isn't working anymore. It may be reverse jinxing them. I need a new plan. Bonds. I would be pissed at the Chargers for getting good and thrusting themselves into the playoff picture, but they walloped that asshole Snyder's team, so I will give them a pass for chucking the spears of woe into the hearts of Redskins fans everywhere. The Chargers are going to have several key matchups over the next 3 games with the Chiefs and Raiders. The chance for them to take a ridiculously weak AFC West will come down to this. Maybe that soccer stadium will have a playoff game full of opposing teams' fans after all. Let's try a different approach to this. Puta madre, Spanos! In a rather surprising contest to claim the de facto lead in the AFC West, the Chargers and Chiefs duel with playoff implications for both squads. In a throwback to previous years, those bolts chose to take the piss, despite what everyone was saying was a legit winning streak. It's as if playing a real team like the Andy Reid show instead of a cakewalk schedule will expose those glaring flaws. LA, enjoy your mediocrity. You had your chance to assert dominance over the division and you blew it royally. Although it's par for the course because they can't beat the Chiefs if their lives depended on it. Playoff hopes have taken a serious blow. Chinga tu madre, Spanos! Let's unwrap this present of a game early. Why, it's an incredibly ugly game where both teams looked like total shit. The Chargers couldn't convert much of anything against a Jet squad lying down and dying. The butt fumble, on the other hand, even worse off. Their QB situation is a total joke. Bryce Petty is trash, and the hack is so shitty that he isn't even getting the chance to be trash. The Chargers have escaped MetLife with an undeserved victory and can still make the playoffs. Next week, they have a grueling road matchup at StubHub Center against the Raiders. It's going to be tough for them. But te futras, Spanos! It's a tough test for the Chargers. A home game at StubHub Center filled to the brim with Raiders fans. Even with the odds stacked against them, the Chargers kept up appearances and emphasized the incredibly disappointing season for the Raiders with a blowout. Oakland, what should have been a year where you were competing for the AFC crown, became a disaster in many ways more than one. And it has cost Jack Del Rio his job. A much-deserved firing if there was one. Now they shoot for John Gruden. Oh god, the Raiders have learned nothing. Even though the Chargers have won, there is good news for us. They're out on tiebreaker. They've missed the playoffs. Fuck you, Spanos. Fuck you, Spanos. Fuck you, Spanos in the ass. Fight for LA is disastrous. We push back to San Diego.
If you enjoyed my video, please like and subscribe to my channel, and like and probably share a comment on my video, because I need to make YouTube money, and all this content from you, Urinating Tree, and the NFL. And congrats on your 100,000 subscribers, and also fuck you, Spanos.